The Art of Attention, a modern philosophy guide to escaping digital distraction. Before we begin, I want to ask you a dangerous question. One of the most dangerous questions of the modern world. What if the greatest threat today isn't violence, or crisis, or chaos, but the quiet theft of your attention? Not stolen by thieves, not stolen by your enemies, but stolen by your own habits, your own devices, your own impulses, and stolen one tiny moment at a time. What if the reason you feel tired, unfocused, unmotivated, and overwhelmed is because the modern world has trained your mind to remain everywhere except here? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." But today your thoughts are being pulled, shaken, hijacked, and scattered like dust in the wind. And in this long journey we are going to reclaim them. This is The Art of Attention, a modern philosophy guide to escaping digital distraction. Before we dive deep, I invite you to subscribe, like, and join this community, because every week, we explore ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and practical life philosophy for a stronger, calmer, more powerful mind. Now sit back, take a deep breath, and let's begin the journey of taking your mind back. Chapter 1, The Attention Crisis. Imagine a man named Elias. Elias lived in a quiet village at the edge of a mountain range. He was peaceful, hardworking, and calm, until one day he was given a strange new object from a traveler. A device that glowed. A device filled with endless stories, endless messages, endless voices. At first Elias loved it. It brought him news, entertainment, excitement. But slowly, something changed. He could no longer sit by the river in silence. He could no longer listen to the wind brushing against the leaves. He could no longer focus on his own thoughts. He had become addicted to noise. And though this story sounds ancient, Elias is you. His device is your phone. His distraction is our era. 1. What is attention? Attention is the spotlight of the human mind. It decides what you notice, what you learn, who you become. It is limited. It is fragile. It is powerful. Ancient philosophers knew the power of attention long before screens existed. Buddha taught that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Plato warned that humans are easily distracted by illusions, like prisoners staring at shadows. Marcus Aurelius repeated again and again, "You are what your attention is." Even Lao Tzu whispered, "When you are at peace, you are in control." Attention has always been the currency of the mind. But today, it is also the currency of the digital world. 1. Why our attention is under attack. Modern technology is not just useful, it is engineered to steal attention. A single app uses dopamine triggers, variable rewards, infinite scrolling, notification loops, social comparison, fear of missing out. These psychological traps were not designed by accident. They were designed by neuroscientists, behavior experts, and business strategists. The result? Your brain is constantly switching tasks, constantly reacting, constantly distracted. And the more you react, the less you create. The more you scroll, the less you grow. The more you consume, the less you become aware of who you could have been. 3. The cost of divided attention. Modern research shows heavy multitaskers perform worse on every cognitive measure. Digital distraction reduces memory formation. Constant switching destroys deep thinking. Attention fragmentation increases anxiety and depression. The brain becomes addicted to short bursts of stimulation. But ancient philosophers already predicted this. Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." And that is exactly the modern mind. Everywhere, nowhere, never present. 4. Story, the man who forgot how to sit quietly. One day, an old monk noticed a young student pacing endlessly. The monk asked, "Why do you walk so restlessly?" The student replied, "My mind refuses to rest." The monk smiled. "Then sit until your mind learns from your body." But the student could not sit for even 2 minutes. His thoughts jumped like sparrows. His attention was an untamed horse. The monk said, "The one who cannot sit is not busy, he is lost." This is our generation. We cannot sit. We cannot pause. We cannot breathe without distraction. Attention is no longer natural. It must be trained. Chapter 2, What is attention? Let's go deeper. 1. What does attention mean? Attention is mental presence. It is the ability to bring the mind to one thing at a time. Stoics called it the discipline of perception. Modern psychology calls it cognitive control. Monks call it mindfulness. Creators call it flow. But they all mean the same thing. Attention is the doorway to your best self. 2. Who uses attention? Everyone, but especially leaders, creators, students, thinkers, entrepreneurs, artists, philosophers, athletes. Anyone who wants to build anything meaningful must master attention. Leonardo da Vinci said, "The average human looks without seeing. Attention turns looking into seeing. It turns hearing into listening. It turns ideas into creations." 3. Why attention shapes destiny. Your life is shaped by what you notice. A distracted person cannot finish tasks, create art, understand deeply, build discipline, grow spiritually, maintain calmness, make good decisions. Every one of your future achievements depends on the quality of your attention today. 4. How to develop attention. Ancient wisdom gives us 3 paths. 1. Silence, create space for the mind to rest. 2. Discipline, train the mind to return to the task. 3. Direction, choose what truly matters. Seneca said, "Life is long enough if you know how to use it." Meaning, if you focus, life expands. If you scatter your mind, life shrinks. 5. Story, the monk who heard a leaf fall. A traveling warrior once asked a Zen monk, "How can you hear so clearly even in a storm?" The monk replied, "When the mind is silent, all sounds become clear." The warrior did not understand, so the monk asked him to sit in silence. After hours, the warrior heard something faint, a leaf, drifting down, landing softly. The monk smiled. You cannot hear the world if your mind is louder than life. Attention begins with quiet. Chapter 3, Who controls your attention? This chapter may be uncomfortable, because we will talk about the real forces pulling your mind today. 1. The digital market has 3 products. Your time, your attention, your behavior. You are not the user. You are the product. Every app competes in the same battlefield, your brain's reward system, and they win by keeping you clicking, scrolling, opening, and returning. 2. Design distraction. Tech platforms use unpredictable notifications, streak systems, likes and reactions, endless content loops, emotional triggers, personalized temptation. These are not accidents. They are strategies. A distracted mind is profitable. A focused mind is dangerous, because a focused person becomes powerful, independent, thoughtful, and harder to manipulate. 3. Stoicism, guarding the inner citadel. Marcus Aurelius wrote about a concept called the inner citadel, your protected mental fortress. He warned, you have power over your mind, not outside events. But today, most have surrendered their inner citadel to trending videos, addictive apps, endless short-form content, social validation, algorithmic manipulation. Your attention is not lost, it is given away. 4. Story, the philosopher in the noisy market. A Greek philosopher once visited a chaotic market. People screamed, sellers shouted, musicians played, children ran, animals fought. A young man asked him, "How do you stay calm in such madness?" The philosopher replied, "I do not let the noise enter my mind." The young man asked, "How is that possible?" He answered, "The world is loud, but the mind chooses what it lets in. You cannot stop distractions, but you can choose what deserves your mind." 5. The cost of letting algorithms control you. When algorithms control attention, you lose time, you lose clarity, you lose discipline, you lose identity, you lose your inner voice. People say, "I don't know what I want anymore. I feel empty. I can't think clearly. I can't focus. I feel numb." This is the symptom of a captured mind. 6. The first step to freedom. The first step to escaping digital distraction is awareness. Ask yourself, who decides what I look at? Who decides how long I look? Who decides what is important to me? Do I control my device? Or does my device control me? Awareness breaks manipulation. Attention breaks control. Chapter 4, Self-awareness, the root of freedom. Let us go deeper, because escaping distraction is not merely about removing noise. It is about awakening to yourself. Self-awareness is the ancient key that unlocks attention. The Stoics practiced it. The Buddhists taught it. The Greek philosophers lived by it. And today we need it more than ever. 1. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to observe your thoughts, impulses, emotions, habits, attention, reactions, inner world. It means you can see yourself, as if you are both the actor and the audience of your own life. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. In his meditations, he wrote to himself so he could see his own mind clearly. He said, "Look within. There lies the fountain of good." Self-awareness is not complicated. It is simply paying attention to yourself instead of being controlled by your habits. 2. Why self-awareness is necessary? Because you cannot control what you do not notice. Most people reach for their phone without thinking, check notifications without awareness, scroll without intention, react without analyzing, consume without choosing. They don't use their devices use them. Self-awareness is the difference between acting consciously and reacting automatically. It is the difference between a life you create and a life created for you. 3. When is self-awareness needed the most? Especially when you feel anxious, you feel bored, you feel overwhelmed, you feel lost, you feel compelled to check your phone, you procrastinate, you compare yourself to others, you feel mentally scattered. These moments tell you that your mind is not in your control. Awareness is the first step back to freedom. For how to develop self-awareness, there are 4 main methods. 1. Reflection. Take quiet time to observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I doing this? What do I really want? 2. Journaling. Write down your distractions, your triggers, your thoughts, your intentions. Writing reveals truth. 3. Mindful pausing. Before checking your phone, pause. Before reacting, pause. Before scrolling, pause. Awareness grows in silence. 4. Environment scanning. What around me is shaping my behavior? When you see the forces affecting you, you break their power. 5. Story, the samurai and the mirror. A young samurai asked his master, "How can I become unbeatable?" The master gave him a mirror and said, "Study this." Confused, the samurai asked, "What does this have to do with winning battles?" The master replied, "If you cannot see your own mind, you will fight your own shadows." This is the essence of self-awareness. You cannot defeat distraction if you do not notice it. 6. Guided reflection. Pause for a moment. Ask yourself, when do I get distracted? What am I avoiding? What feelings push me to my phone? What might I achieve if I train my attention? How much of my life have I given to distraction? Awareness is painful, but it is also powerful, because once you see the problem, you can finally fix it. Chapter 5. Self-control, mastering internal chaos. If self-awareness is the mirror, self-control is the sword. It is the tool that cuts away distraction, resistance, and impulsive behavior. Self-control is not about punishment. It is about channeling your energy toward what matters. 1. What is self-control? Self-control is the ability to pause impulses, choose your actions, resist temptation, follow your priorities, guide your behavior intentionally. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from controlling yourself, not the world. He said, "No person is free who is not master of himself." This includes your attention. 2. Why self-control is hard today? Because the modern world is built on instant gratification, dopamine overload, easy entertainment, constant stimulation, effortless consumption. The brain naturally chooses comfort over challenge, pleasure over effort, ease over growth. Every swipe, every scroll, every notification gives your brain a tiny reward. So your brain becomes like a spoiled child, easily bored, easily irritated, easily distracted. Self-control is the process of training that child. 3. Why self-control is necessary. Without self-control, you cannot focus, you cannot discipline your habits, you cannot build deep work, you cannot create long-term success, you cannot complete meaningful tasks. Distraction becomes your default. Chaos becomes your identity. With self-control, you become calm, you become intentional, you become powerful, you create freely, you focus deeply, you master your attention. Self-control is not optional. It is the foundation of attention. For the 3 levels of control, there are 3 levels of mastering yourself. Level 1, control of environment. This is the easiest and most important. You control what you see, what you hear, what surrounds you, what tempts you. If your phone is next to you, your attention is already half gone. If you remove distractions from your environment, the battle becomes easier. Level 2, control of habits. Your habits control your life. You must train morning focus, evening reflection, scheduled deep work, limited notifications, intentional use of technology, regular silence, Discipline routines. Discipline is not punishment, it is design. Level 3, control of identity. The deepest level. You become someone who values attention, guards focus, chooses growth, rejects distractions, seeks meaning over noise. Identity creates destiny. If you believe I am a focused person, you will act like one. 5. Story, Hercules at the crossroads. Ancient philosophers told a powerful story. Hercules stood at a crossroads. Two paths appeared before him. The first path was smooth, attractive, and easy. A woman called Pleasure stood there and said, "This path requires nothing. Walk it, and all your desires will come instantly." The second path was rocky, long, and difficult. A woman called Virtue stood there and said, "This path requires discipline, but at the end lies greatness." Hercules chose virtue. He chose discipline. He chose the harder path. This story is your life. Every distraction is the voice of pleasure. Every moment of focus is the voice of virtue. The choice shapes your destiny. 6. How to build self-control. Here are 5 practical steps. 1. Delay the impulse. When you feel the urge to check your phone, pause for 10 seconds. Let the impulse dissolve. 2. Reduce access to temptation. Disable non-essential notifications. Keep your phone away during work. 3. Build rituals. Your mind becomes disciplined when your schedule becomes predictable. 4. Practice micro-discipline. Small acts. Finish tasks before switching. Sit for 2 minutes in silence. Check messages only on schedule. Close and use tabs. Small acts build big power. 5. Reward deep focus. After completing focus work, give yourself a small reward. The brain learns to love discipline. 7. Guided reflection. Ask yourself, where do I lose control? What distracts me the most? What habit destroys my focus? Who would I become with strong self-control? What greatness hides behind my distractions? Self-control is not about being perfect. It is about being progressive. Chapter 6, Practical Attention Training. Up to now, we have explored the philosophy. Now we move into the training. Just like the body must be exercised, the mind must also be practiced. Attention is a muscle, and every day you train it or weaken it. In this chapter, we will build a system for sharpening your attention. 1. The 5 pillars of attention training. These are the foundations. 1. Deep work. 2. Time blocking. 3. The focus hour. 4. The digital sunset. 5. Stillness practice. Let's explore each deeply. 2. Deep work, intense focus practice. Coined by Cal Newport, deep work means full, undistracted focus on a meaningful task. Rules: no notifications, no multitasking, no interruptions, no checking messages, 100% attention on one thing. Deep work is where your best ideas come from. It is where creativity unlocks. It is where mastery grows. Ancient philosophers practiced this naturally. Their world was quieter. Today we must create the quiet. 3. Time blocking. Time blocking means scheduling your attention. Example: 9 to 10 o'clock deep work, 10 to 10:15 break, 10:15 to 11 o'clock study, 11 to 11:30 creative work, 2 to 3 o'clock reading, 3 to 3:30 planning. When your time has a structure, distraction loses power. 4. The focus hour. 1 hour. No phone, no distractions, no breaks, just your task. Even one focus hour per day transforms your mind. It builds discipline, clarity, deep thinking, mental endurance, productivity, self-confidence. This single habit can change your life. 5. The digital sunset. Every night, 1 to 2 hours before sleep, turn off social media, notifications, entertainment apps, stimulating content. This calming period resets your attention, improves sleep, reduces anxiety, restores mental clarity, strengthens long-term focus. The mind needs silence before sleep. 6. Stillness practice. This comes from Stoics and Zen monks. Sit in silence for 2 to 5 minutes daily. Observe your breath, your thoughts, your impulses, nothing else. This practice rebuilds mental strength, increases awareness, sharpens attention, reduces internal noise. Stillness is the gym for the mind. 7. Story, The Archer in the Wind. A master archer trained his student to shoot perfectly. One day, heavy winds blew. The student said, "I cannot focus." The master replied, You cannot stop the wind. You can only steady your breath. The student learned. Distractions will always exist, but focus comes from within. 8. Practical daily training routine. Morning. 10 minutes silence. 1 hour deep work. Planning session. Afternoon. Study session. Creative practice. Evening. Digital sunset. Reflection journal. Night. Silence before sleep. This structure transforms attention. 9. Guided reflection. Ask yourself, what one habit can I change today? What training method fits my lifestyle? What would my life look like after 100 days of attention training? What greatness could I create with undivided focus? Attention is not just a skill, it is a superpower. Section 5. How distraction rewires our mind. Before we go deeper into mastering attention, we have to understand the world we are living in, because this is not the same world the ancient philosophers lived in. Today, distraction is not an accident, it is an industry. It is an economy. It is a system designed to keep you looking, scrolling, tapping, reacting. Not thinking. Not building. Not creating. Not living. But here is the question we must face. Why is attention the most valuable currency of the modern world? Because if a company can control your attention, they can control your behavior. If they can control your behavior, they can control your time. If they can control your time, they control your life. And here is the brutal truth. He who controls his attention owns his mind. He who loses attention becomes a product. Ancient philosophers saw this coming long before smartphones existed. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently think." He didn't know about TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, notifications, ads, algorithms, but he knew human nature. He understood that the mind becomes whatever it repeatedly focuses on. So the question today is, what has your mind been shaped into? Are you becoming more focused or more fragmented? Are you becoming a person of deep thought or a person of endless reaction? Are you paying attention or are you being drained by distraction? Section 6. The Digital Trap. A story of the young thinker. Let me tell you a story. A modern story. A story that might be yours. There was a young man, let's call him Daniel. Daniel wanted to do something meaningful with his life. He wanted to read, to learn, to grow, to build something online, maybe even start a business or change his future. But every time he sat down to work, something happened. A notification, a ping, a vibration, a new message, a new video, a new trend, a new distraction. One day Daniel realized something painful. He couldn't focus on anything for more than 15 seconds. He had lost the ability to think deeply. He had lost the ability to sit in silence. He had lost the ability to create without checking his phone. He had lost attention, the core of who he was meant to become. But here's the twist. Daniel wasn't lazy. He wasn't weak. He wasn't unmotivated. He was simply overstimulated. His brain had been rewired by endless microdopamine hits until silence felt uncomfortable and noise felt normal. Does this sound familiar? Because most people today, even brilliant people, are living the same story. But here's the good news. Attention can be rebuilt. Focus can be trained. The mind can be redesigned. Just like a muscle that has become weak, attention can become strong again. And this is where the real journey begins. Section 7. What is attention? Before mastering attention, we must define it. Attention is the ability to consciously direct your mind toward what matters. It is awareness, focus, presence, mental control, self-direction. Attention is not just looking at something. It is the decision to invest your mental energy into something meaningful. Think of your attention like a flashlight. You can shine it anywhere you want. You only have one beam, not 10, not 5. Wherever you shine it, that part of your life grows brighter. Everything else becomes dim. So if you shine your attention on TikTok, TikTok grows. Instagram grows. Drama grows. Fear grows. Problems grow. Goals grow. Skills grow. Wisdom grows. Your future grows. Your life becomes whatever you consistently pay attention to. As Epictetus said, you become what you give your attention to. Simple, exact, unavoidable. So the question is not, can you focus? The question is, what are you choosing to focus on? Section 8. Who uses the power of attention? Attention is used by great thinkers, entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, Stoic philosophers, innovators, creators, leaders, anyone who changes their life or influences the world. Every great achievement, in any field, started with a human being who learned how to command their own mind. Marcus Aurelius used attention to rule an empire. Leonardo da Vinci used attention to study, experiment, and create. Bruce Lee used attention to train with unmatched intensity. Steve Jobs used attention to build revolutionary products. Writers, scientists, athletes, they all used attention. Because here is a universal truth. You cannot create greatness with a distracted mind. And yet, the average person today cannot even sit still for 10 minutes without reaching for their phone. This is why mastering attention isn't optional anymore. It is necessary for survival in the modern world. Section 9. Why is attention necessary? Attention is necessary because 1. Without attention you cannot learn. Your brain absorbs nothing when it is scattered. 2. Without attention you cannot build good habits. Habits require repetition and presence. 3. Without attention your creativity collapses. Creativity comes from deep thinking, not shallow scrolling. 4. Without attention wisdom becomes unreachable. Philosophy requires reflection. Reflection requires silence. Silence requires attention. 5. Without attention your relationships weaken. People feel when you're not present. 6. Without attention your self-control disappears. You cannot control a mind you cannot focus. 7. Without attention your life becomes reactive. You stop choosing. You start drifting. 8. Without attention your future shrinks. Your goals demand energy, but distraction consumes it. This is why the greatest philosophers spoke endlessly about controlling the mind. Seneca warned, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." And today, most of that waste comes from digital distraction. Section 10. How to develop strong attention. Now we arrive at the heart of this journey. Here is a powerful framework, a complete roadmap, for rebuilding and strengthening your attention. Step 1. Remove the noise before you add discipline. You cannot focus in a chaotic environment. First, eliminate the distractions. Turn off non-essential notifications. Remove apps from your home screen. Keep your phone in another room while working. Use Do Not Disturb during deep tasks. Declutter your digital life. Remember, self-control is easier when temptation is far away. Step 2. Train your brain with attention reps. Just like the gym, attention grows through repetition. Try this. 5 minutes focusing on your breath. 10 minutes reading without checking your phone. 20 minutes working on one task. Increase the time every week. These small reps rebuild your mental endurance. Step 3. Strengthen awareness. Awareness is the companion of attention. Practice noticing when your mind drifts, catching distractions early, pausing before acting, watching your thoughts without reacting. This is the foundation of Stoic mindfulness. Step 4. Protect your attention with boundaries. Attention is fragile. Protect it like a treasure. Set boundaries such as no phone for the first hour of the day, no social media during work sessions, no multitasking, only single tasking. Social media only in designated time blocks. Step 5. Build a higher purpose. Attention flows naturally toward meaning. When you know your purpose, distraction becomes boring. Ask yourself, what do I want to build? Who do I want to become? What skill must I master? What legacy do I want to leave? Purpose gives attention direction. And now, we arrive at the end of this long journey. A journey through focus, philosophy, self-mastery, and the battle against digital distraction. If you have reached this point, I want you to realize something very important. You are already different from the average person. Most people never take the time to understand their own mind. Most people never stop scrolling long enough to ask deeper questions. Most people never challenge the digital forces that are quietly stealing their time, their peace, and their potential. But you did. You stayed. You listened. You reflected. You grew. You reclaimed something powerful. Your attention. Let me leave you with a final thought from the philosopher William James. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. That is the essence of attention. That is the essence of self-mastery. When you control your attention, you control your emotions, your decisions, your habits, your productivity, your creativity, your relationships, your direction, your future. Attention is not just a skill, it is a form of power, a modern superpower. And from today forward, I want you to promise yourself something. You will not let your life be shaped by distraction. You will shape it with intention. Every great thinker, every Stoic philosopher, every creator, every leader, they all understood one fundamental truth. A focused mind becomes an unstoppable life. So take this knowledge with you. Apply it. Practice it. Protect it. Grow with it. Let this be the beginning of your new chapter. A chapter of clarity, discipline, creativity, and deep mental strength. And before we close, I want to speak to you directly. I am building a community of learners, thinkers, dreamers, and self-masters. People who want to rise above distraction. People who want to think deeply. People who want to grow. This video helped you. If it opened your mind. If it made you reflect. If you found value in any part of it, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. These 2 simple actions help the channel reach more people and allow me to continue creating long, deep, powerful videos like this one. For you, your support truly means more than you know. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing to invest your attention into something meaningful. And remember, where your attention goes, your life follows. Choose wisely. Think deeply. Live intentionally. Until next time, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay awake.